All right, hey, what's going on, everyone? My son and I just wanted to kind of take everything out of the bags that we had from Comic Con and kind of sprawl it out all over the floor. And as we were putting stuff around, we were looking at each other like, wow, we got a really good amount of stuff, huh? So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to go through and see and show everybody kind of the stuff you can get at Comic Con. A lot of this stuff, practically all of it was free. We had to wait in line for some of the things, but for the majority of it, we were walking through the exhibit hall, and a lot of the vendors and exhibitors were handing out things to people walking the show floor. Most of the time, if you waited patiently or they saw you kind of walking around, being respectful and whatnot, they would give you certain things. A lot of the posters, I would be walking by and the giveaway had already happened, but we would be sitting there looking at certain things, and I would say, hey, do you guys have any of the for example, the Defenders poster? Do you have any more of the Defenders posters? And the lady looked around and kind of said, I'm not, with her eyes, like, I'm not supposed to do this, but handed me one. Just stuff like that. So I'm gonna start on the left over here, and then we'll move around throughout the whole entire thing. But so here on the left is a poster that we got from, I can't remember what booth it was, but it was near a gaming section, gaming booth, and it's for a game that's coming out on the Switch, the PS4. You can get it on Steam, Xbox One. Haven't really checked it out too much, but then there's another on the back. There's another one, Judge Dredd poster. Pretty cool. We thought it was cool. We thanked him for it. Down here is a comic book for Dark Horse Comics, Shaolin Cowboy, and then on the back is the Black Hammer comic book, which in addition to this poster, they gave us comic books that I'll show you. Here's another one from Dark Horse, and then on the back is American Gods. So you can, choose which one you want to put up. They were handing out a ton of free comic books, and some of these comic books were actually pretty cool when you looked inside. This one is Generations comic book, and it's got a Thor story, Unworthy Thor, and then the Mighty Thor. Just simple stories, maybe like, 6-7 pages, and then it would start with another one like Wolverine and all new Wolverine. So it's pretty cool. This one was the one that I was pretty psyched to get. It was a Aquaman Rebirth comic, and DC was handing these out at their booth. I think each person only had like 50, so if you weren't there to grab it, you didn't get it. But it was super cool. It's a Comic-Con exclusive. Really awesome to get. I was inside. I was trying not to show that I was all geeking out, but I was pretty excited to get it. Pretty cool comic book. And then there's an Avatar comic book that we got, Secret Service Spotlight, which has Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Wolverine. Pretty cool front cover. And as you go through it, it's a full-fledged. There's Hulk. Pretty cool, awesome. Couple of issues inside. It's just a 5-pager. Got a Ninja Turtles one here. Pretty sweet. Good art. Here's that Black Hammer comic I was talking about. So we got this with the poster that's over there, which is pretty cool. So I thought about framing it and putting it inside and all that stuff. There's a Zelda Twilight Princess comic book, which we're huge fans of Zelda. That comic book's pretty awesome. This one was the one we were really psyched to get because we love the Voltron series, and at DreamWorks booth, or the people that make I think it was right at DreamWorks or something, they were handing out these Voltron actual not graphic novels, but like chapter books. And it's great for my boys because they can read them. I'm sure they can use it in like AR or something. But it was really awesome to get this, and we just basically were walking by, and I think the lady had like 25 of them in her hand, and she handed us 2 of them, so it was really cool. Awesome find and get there. This was American Way comic book by Vertigo. Really cool, just to kind of broaden the horizon with, you know, the collection that you might have. This is Supergirl featuring Jesse Quick. Pretty, just to have it is really cool. I don't know if you guys play the game Warframe, but they were giving out, Top Cow was giving out a bunch of their comic books, and it was actually in a rack, and the guy told me I could have all of them. But I just took as many as were in my family, that's all. And that was pretty much it. I think over here is where we get into some of the, you know, the goodies and whatnot that we received while we were there. But here's a Star Wars Adventures comic. You know, it's got Rey and, you know, some of the newer cast, and then some of the older cast members, characters, and it's just kind of cool to see, you know, a different take on certain things. But this is what I really liked right here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's pretty cool. I'd probably just like take that page out and put it up somewhere. Really awesome. But then right here, these are autographs for, I don't know if you guys watched the previous interview. You guys can check it out in another video. I'll put the link in the description. But this basically is, these are autographs from the Weta Workshop booth. And I talked to those guys for probably about 30 minutes and got an interview. You could watch the previous video in the link down below. But this one was really cool. I got a costume department. You know, he signed both of these, the paint department, and then this guy's the sculptor. Really cool guys, and some of the stuff that they were doing was really, really awesome. So we really enjoyed just kind of hanging out at their booth, and then hearing them talk and how they made certain things was really awesome. Some boomerangs from the Phoenix Incident. Go check that out at phoenixincident.com. And then here we go with some of the freebies and goodies that we got. So the lady that wrote the, let me see if I can get this right. It's in here. Let me just pour it out. The lady that wrote the Divergent series, Veronica Roth, their booth was giving out portable chargers. And so we got 2 of these that the lady was giving out. She had, I think, like 20 of them. And that was a pretty cool, you know, thing to get. My son was really excited because now he can use that for, you know, whatever device he has, or, you know, whatever. We got a bunch of lanyards, a couple of Dark Horse comic ones. You get the Walking Dead 2017 ones in there too. You see this Bank of E. Now there are these things here. They're just you know, cap openers and whatnot, but there's something a little kind of cool about this. During the convention, there was a kind of a outside ComicCon kind of, you know, treasure hunt that was going on based off of the Mr. Robot TV show. And what it was is you went to a specific place called the E-Bank, and they had them kind of set up outside of downtown. And you would walk over and you would sign up, and when you sign up, you would get a card, like kind of like a bank card, but then you would also get this lanyard, and then you would get this bottle opener. But the cool thing was that once you signed up, they had an app that would, you know, basically load the card with 20 e-coins, and these e-coins could actually be used at different shops around downtown. So in the app, you could go and say, okay, I'm feeling kind of hungry, and because you signed up, and as a courtesy from, you know, the people at Mr. Robot, they loaded your card with 20, and you could use, most of the time stuff was either free or 5. So I walked into was it ice cream shop? Yeah, ice cream shop, gelato shop, and they gave me a free cup of ice cream when I showed them my e-coin card. So it was pretty cool, stuff like that. People were getting like pork sandwiches and cheeseburgers. There was all kinds of different things, and it was all free. So it was really cool. You just had to do the work to try to find the bank, and then look on the app and find the things that were free. Other things that were really cool was this. These pins were actually only given out at the Jeff Johns panel, and we got to sit in and listen to him talk about his passion for writing comic books, and it was just really special. And as the panel was ending, the ushers were walking around handing these out, and he kept telling everyone, not everyone gets these, so don't trade them. My son ended up trading one of his for this to a lady that was asking about it, but basically you couldn't get them. And this is from a comic book that he's writing that is going to be released during Thanksgiving, called Doomsday Clock, which look it up, it's going to be awesome. But next we got these kind of like book holders, or what do you want to call these? 3D book holders, I guess, page holders, and I don't know, they're kind of cool. Dragon Ball Z little
Boruto.
Yeah, Boruto little wristbands. This was cool. This is from the Netflix booth. We got these Netflix sunglasses. What else over here? Oh, here's the pins. So the cool thing about the pins is that you got a free pin when you walked in, and I got the arrow, and my wife got the Flash, or I got the Flash and my wife got the arrow. Well, she was kind of bummed because the Flash is her favorite character. I mean, you can see that it's pretty cool. And while we were waiting in line for exhibit hall on the first day, a lady comes to me and says, "Hey, would you mind trading pins?" And I asked her, I said, "Well, what pin do you have?" And she said the Flash. So I gave her my arrow one and got another Flash one. So we have two, and my wife has that one. She didn't want to use that one for this video. These are from the Power Rangers booth. The people at the Power Rangers booth, while we were sitting there waiting for Jason David Frank, which we have his autograph over there. Go ahead and grab that. She gave us these Power Ranger pins from the Power Ranger movie, and then here are some autographed papers from, this is a video game, the Legacy Wars game. And he was there playing it with people, so that way people could kind of get a gist of how the game is played and whatnot. And he's actually really good at the game. Couple of Aquaman pins from, actually like 4 from the DC booth that they were giving out. These are the ComicCon pins that they give you when you sign up. So it's kind of cool. Those come in the mail. This one I got by accident. This is a Star Wars pin, and it's basically, it says 40 years, 40 stories, and it's got R2 and C3PO on there. Inconvenient Truth, we got these outside of the Hard Rock. This is from Al Gore's new book that he's writing. And then I'm not too sure what these are. This one's supposed to be Beyonce, but I don't see it. I don't know, do you? Anyway, there's that. This is the ComicCon manual here. Now if we go down towards the posters, you got Dark Hunter. Sherilyn Kenyon is the book writer, and they had these little mini comics, but I just liked the art. The art was cool. And then right here, these posters are really, really awesome. These are Provenance. This is a Provenance poster. I thought that was really cool. And then Persepolis Rising. That's a really cool poster. And then they're basically the same thing on the back. Here's a Gotham poster. And then right here is a Defenders poster for the new TV show. It's really cool. I wanted this one really bad. And then you have Peter Gets Fired. And then you have another poster over here by Peter Griffin. Peter Gets Fired. And then we kind of stumbled upon these and didn't really, here, hold these open. Hold this open. This one, The Legend of Korra, we weren't even supposed to get these. We were at the, what was it, Dark Horse? I think it was at the Dark Horse booth.
Yeah, Dark
and
Horse.
The guy was about ready to hand them out, but he only wanted to hand them out to certain people, and before he was told that, he gave us 2 of them. So we have one there, and then there's one down there. And then guess, of all of these, the one that I really liked and, you know, hope to hang up is this Thor Ragnarok poster from Lego. I don't know if you guys can see that. That one's really cool. There was a Avengers Infinity War one Lego, but there were people like pushing and stuff to get that one, and I was like, just forget it. I'm not gonna get in there like that. Then the other thing we got were these cards from Gentle Giant, and the cards are kind of cool because if you look at it, it says up there at the top, 2017 convention exclusive by Gentle Giant. They're like Spider-Man animated statue. Here's a K2 one. Here's a Luke casted one, classic bust, Stormtrooper. Here's Darth Vader, another K2, Lobot, and then some more, you know, Darth Vader and Darth Revan, and then Old Man Logan, and then Negan from the Walking Dead series, Gertrude, Princess Leia Organa. This is the holographic card, and then another Darth Vader. So stuff like that was pretty cool. And then they were handing out these like kind of the backs of the toys. It's really cool. Just kind of, I don't know, free stuff. And yeah, I think that's it. What do you think? Is that it? All right, everybody. Oh, sorry. And these bags. The bags were part of these bags you got when you went to the convention. You just went upstairs into the sales pavilion at the top, and you showed them your badge, and they gave you these bags. Now they were all random. We were hoping to get a Flash or Supergirl one, but we ended up with Gotham, and you know, trading these is kind of hard because people have their stuff in them and whatnot. These were given out at the Power Rangers booth because they had a Walking Dead video game next to it also. So that was pretty cool to get that. And yes, I think we are done. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or you guys see something in here that you might like, we can talk about it, I guess. I know some people are, you know, interested in certain things. If there's something that you like, send me an email or place it in the comments, and then we can talk further kind of about what it is you want. All right? Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.